Welcome everyone to the March update. Thank you for joining me as always. We have some exciting news today, big news in fact, and then I'm going to talk a few things, of some bullet points down just to make sure I cover all the points. Firstly, I just want to let you know this is for the YouTube audience. So if you're on YouTube and you're seeing this, it isn't targeted at the Facebook or the TikTok. Yes, I'm on both in case you didn't know. Follow me on whatever platform you want. I want to be as accessible to everyone. So I'm on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, X, everything. You can find me there with different types of formatting. TikTok's, obviously for the phone, and do a bit of subtitles for some of the longer episodes. Anyway, the whole point of this is I wanted to give you the news that I am going as a full-time content creator. It was a long time coming, and I'm not going to lie, I am incredibly grateful that you've got me here, excited to see where it'll go, and the date is the 23rd of June. That date also coincides with my 26th birthday, and it's the date that I've just decided to choose. I needed a couple of months from now just to make sure everything goes smoothly, and, I could have done it sooner, but I wanted to wait. Obviously, it's a big leap. And I needed to just speak with my current employer and talk a few things through. So it's looking like it's all go for that date. And as I said, I've all of you to thank for that. That will change things a bit, but it's June. We've plenty of updates before now and then. But that is the more or less concrete date for full-time creation. And the next thing, I wanted to talk about the Unmarked Locations series. If you're watching this relatively soon, you'll know that it kind of took a pause as I was focusing on the 100% playthrough guides and just other series and shorts that I was doing. Now, don't worry, that series returns tomorrow. So by the time you're probably seeing this, they're back. 3 a day, we'll keep going. Get through Far Harbor on the Nuka World, and then after that we will be picking an entirely new game, possibly one of the Fallouts, or we'll swap to Skyrim. We'll see how you're all feeling closer to then. I'll do a few polls, we'll get a feel for it. Next, we've got the 100% run. I haven't spoken about it because it wasn't even in the February Ramble. Now, it was a leap of faith. I didn't know if anyone would enjoy the 100% playthrough. I didn't know if anyone would enjoy the content, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get a thumbnail I was particularly happy with. Thankfully, we have crossed all those bridges, and it's unbelievable the success it's had. Alone, it was one of the main reasons I was able to just pick a concrete date for the full-time creation. I could do this. I'm more or less doing it full-time now, just with the amount of time I dedicate in the evenings, when I have any free time. I've been working on this. It's my passion project turned into a possible, or should I say, probable career at this point. So that's exciting. As for the guide, some of you may have noticed that after I do a 100% episode, we go through it. And of course, those videos are released 6 p.m. EST every evening. It's the time zone that covers the majority of the audience. It's 10 p.m. GMT, or just Universal Time. And then there's a few other time zones. I'll throw up a conversion every so often. I know there's a lot of people in the likes of Australia and certain parts of Eastern Europe where I kind of want to catch as many people as I can in one post to say, this is the time it's up at. Feel free to join the premiere. And hey, if you don't, that's okay too. Never feel the need to catch it because it is uploaded as a full episode the moment it's over. Anyway, to enjoy at your leisure. The playlist is growing in popularity, as is all the episodes. So again, can't thank you all enough for that. And even better that you're all enjoying it. I'm able to... It's not live, I get that. But honestly, with the internet that I've got and I have to live with, the premiere means I'm able to join into the live chat we use. And I love sitting... I mute myself so because I can't be bothered listening to myself for an hour. But I mute myself. I kind of know... I have it on the screen so I know what's going to happen and I probably know what to say. So I would pop in, just chat a wee bit days, and it's been amazing. Next up, the guides. That was the whole point I was getting on to. Yes, they were one of my most successful evergreen content. You need evergreen content if YouTube was to be a full-time career. I need content that people will watch, for the next 10 years or so. It helps. It's a nice wee thing to have. So with the guides, I'm going through each location, giving you any backstory and lore, reading terminals, listening to holotapes, exploring straight through it and getting all the notable loot. So if you see those episodes, they're up on TikTok, Facebook and YouTube here. So you get free reign of seeing all of them, and members get early access to it, as I'm only releasing the guides about 1 or 2 locations per day, as I don't want it to clog up A, your feed, and B, my schedule. So works out well for everyone, doesn't it? Upcoming series, of course, I do want to branch out into another game that's not Bethesda related. A lot of you may just immediately jump and think Outer Worlds. Again, it's a good suggestion. I'm not saying it's out of the question. I did float San Andreas. I did float GTA. I did float Fortnite. I floated a few games. What I might do is I might just test the water with several games, and over a few weeks just upload a few episodes, see what does well, what doesn't. But at the same time, it's not so much about what does well and what doesn't. It's not so much, it's more so what I want to do. So I'm going to find a game that I really want to do some videos on, maybe Unmarked Locations or guides to locations like that. To branch out into a slightly different audience, to bring them in, because again, this is a primarily Fallout channel, but because of all the all the time I'll have to work on it, there are a few other things I want to get into. I'm a big RTS lover, and because the After Hours channel is getting sunsetted, I'm not uploading to it anymore. Everything will be now on this channel, so I'll be working my way through it. So, to be honest, you're probably, if you like Fallout and Skyrim, you're going to see a lot more of it, as well as other games that I'll be delving into. But full steam ahead, 100% playthrough is going to be an episode a day. I'm sticking to the hour. I was doing 2-hour episodes, but they are quite difficult to, just with my schedule and jumping about, doing things, helping out in the household and all. It just works out better to do an hour. It's easier managed, easier uploaded, and it can get quite a few. I can get a couple of locations done in an hour. Whilst 2 hours, it is a bit extended. Anyways, I didn't want this to run into a super long video like it always does, going to 20 minutes. So we're going to just try our best here, keep it sort of sub 15. So upcoming TV series, you all know Fallout is coming. I'm a bit iffy in them releasing every episode on day one. I was kind of hoping like a staggered release of weekly or something, so I could get my teeth into an episode, do a video on it, we reaction, we discussion on it. Well, I'm going to probably do staggered episodes on it, maybe do one a day if I'm able to watch it, or depends on a few things, but I'm definitely going to do each episode and chat about it. It's Fallout. I want to critique it. Good, bad, ugly. I want all of it. Honestly, my only hope is I see a Deathclaw either at the very end or it features at some point. They might keep it to see if Season 2 goes well. They might bounce into it with the Deathclaw. It's a probability. Yeah, could be. Sounds good to me anyway. Okay, so now that we've covered all that, I just want to give a wee special shout out to my channel members. These are both supporters and members who have been with me for longer than 3 months. So if your name's not being mentioned here, you are just as appreciated. But again, these are over 3 months old and members. So we've obviously got Comet, who is the longest running supporter. Well done, at almost 7 months. Thank you. Then we have Mona, David, we have Diozeo, and we've also got Shannon, Communist Douche, and Hockey Belfast. So all of yous over 3 months, thank you so much for the continued support. And as for the other ones that engage a lot in the live streams as of late, I have the likes of Garm T Pug and Liam, as well as John, who's been quite lively in the chat as well. It's good to see you, and we shout out to Snuggles as well, his dog. It's been great chatting to you. And if you ever want to communicate and chat, feel free. It's always good to see you when you join in on the premieres. But more importantly, your trust throwing, your membership my way, it is deeply appreciated. And it's what's enabled these decisions. We've grown to over 42 members. Now, some of those are the free ones that are included just during premieres. I can gift some free ones. I thought it would be gifted by most interactions. Unfortunately, it's just completely random. Well, say unfortunately, the people that got them, well done. You won the lucky draw. So if you want to join in the first episode of every month, it gives away 10 free memberships for that exact month. There is no obligation to continue paying. You can downgrade it to supporter if you still want early access but don't want to pay the membership fees. As easy peasy as it gets. As well as just general support going forward. I do have all my discount codes. I'll be throwing them out weekly. If you ever do need them, let me know if we run out or anything, because they only get 5 uses a piece. But I can generate more. And of course, when you use it, you get a bit of money off. And anything you buy from the Bethesda store, I get a bit of commission towards it. So you know what? It's an absolute win-win for you. And it's as painless as it gets. All I want to provide is good content, good service. If I can get you a bit of money off, even better. And if you use my link to buy something Fallout related, it helps me out as well. So I'm trying to do a bit of a win-win here with as much of the stuff that I do. Anything else I want to talk about? I suppose it goes without mentioning, I actually crossed the 50 million view threshold yesterday. So 35 million views on YouTube and 15 million on TikTok. It seems to be doing very well over there. But the combination of Facebook, TikTok and YouTube and all your support through the Bethesda Gear program has just enabled me to really make this decision. And as I said, it sounds like a broken clock. I'm obviously extremely grateful. That goes without saying. But one niche about this channel that I'm going to continue is, as you know, I always engage with comments. I heart every comment that I personally read with my own 2 eyes. And every morning I wake up and I spend sometimes 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50. It just depends on the quantity. Sometimes it's lighter than other days. But I mean, it does. I think the best day was like 45 minutes before I got through every TikTok, Facebook and YouTube comment. I do reply here and there. It is next to impossible when it came to replies, but reading and liking and giving a wee heart is always, it's a pleasure to do. And it turns out I have commented 10,000 times across Facebook, YouTube and TikTok in my combined replies. Obviously that's totaling over the past couple of years, but still, it's, to me, there's, I just love reading every comment. I get great comments, lovely ones, nice ones. I get advice, I get hate, I get everything. And I don't let any of it really get to me, in the sense of I take the good ones and I'm just like, and then I take the bad ones and I'm like, is it anything solid I can go on? Is there something I'm to improve? I do love critical advice as well, so never be afraid to throw it down into the chat. I don't take offense to it. Honestly, if you're ever thinking of doing YouTube, just remember you're going to have to develop a really, really thick skin. Otherwise, you turn the comments off. I'll never do that. I have never hidden a comment, any nasty ones. Normally I just leave it to the community, because you just kind of, put people into their places without me even touching it sometimes, which I find also equally amusing. But yeah, the comments, keep on rolling with them. Again, if I heart your comment, I read it. I do genuinely read it. If it's advice, I do, sometimes I make a few notes of it. And if I don't get round to replying, well, I do apologise. I do my very best at what I can. I normally save myself for direct questions of maybe someone new to Fallout that I can definitely help out. That's kind of what I always try to do. If I can do any good in the comments, that's what I'm looking for. So if you've ever wondered, why do you not reply to that? It's like, that tends to be my criteria. Priority is, can I help this person, with a question, or, try and do a wee bit of help. When it comes to just general chit chat, I just try my best. But it has been great chatting to you and interacting. There's a few other series. I've got series ideas that I'm going with. I'd like to do a lot more shorts as well. I know the majority of the audience to this channel as of late, it's actually been a massive mixture. A lot of you are from shorts. Some of you have maybe only seen me and watch short. I do long form as well. Some of you have just come from watching the premieres and the long form. So I am trying to cater to everyone. I'm across every platform. And if you want to follow me on X, you can get the same content you get on YouTube. Again, it varies on certain formats, TikTok and Facebook. There's a few sort of more vertical videos with a bit more subtitles into them. Again, it's just trying to cater to as many people as I can. I will admit, I was getting stretched thin there for a while. I'm not going to try and say this job is difficult by any stretch. There is just a ton of work if you want to do what I do, which is cater to as many people as possible and putting your all into it. There is a certain level of just a lot going on. Like the background, the what needs done when it comes to thumbnails, descriptions. As I said, all the affiliate programs, like there is a lot going on in the background that a lot of people don't see, and no one wants to really hear about it. It is what it is. I just have to do it because, again, gets to the most people. Obviously benefits me in the long run for that too, and it benefits most of you as well. So yeah. Thank you so much, my YouTube audience. You have been fantastic listening through this. I always love to hear if anyone makes it to this point. Let me know your thoughts. By the way, for the next update that I'll be doing, throw in any Q&A. If you've got questions, I'll leave them until the next one. Again, anything you want to know about me, the content, just any curiosity, throw it my way. And I'll make a note of it for the next one. And this will be a wee section where we go through those. That'll be fun. Alright, I'll catch you all in the next one. Let me know what you think about the wee background instead of me moving about. I think it worked out cool. Nothing like watching the noodle man cook. See you in the next one.